for Ryan's Roses. Let's get to the Ryan's Roses as a public service. Now, I'm actually very enthusiastic about doing something like this because I get it. You don't want to have buyer's remorse, and you want to know where you stand. Mm-hmm. And if we can help out in any way, then that's kind of what this is. So the deal says here, Dear Ryan and Sissany, my boyfriend of 5 years is making me move in with him. It's a big deal, she says, because we're not getting engaged yet, which is going to be a problem for my parents.
Would have been a problem for my parents too.
Mine too, but you cannot live your happiness and your future for your parents.
True. No, but it's fine.
Okay. I actually think it's important to spend living time with somebody before you get married.
Michael and I got engaged, and then he moved in 7 months before we got married.
So you knew you had an out.
There was no out.
Yeah. If you don't, people change when you live with them. Let's forget us and stay to this. All right. He says we will get engaged someday, but my fear is that I will go out on a limb and disappoint my parents and get hurt in the process. That I understand. I do not think he's cheating, which makes this awkward, but I think if he does send me the roses, both my parents and I will feel better about me moving in with him.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Well, of course he's going to send them to her.
I know I said this is what roses is designed for. I'm not so sure anymore. But I want to help because it's a sweet thought.
Yeah.
So why is everyone so bah humbug?
I think he's going to send them to her.
I think so too. So Elena, thank you for calling, and thank you, by the way, for your email.
Oh my God, of course, Ryan. Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course. So we know the story. We get the conventionalism with your parents.
Yeah.
And we understand that you want peace of mind. Are you absolutely sure there's no thought of another person? Like, this is not about that.
I mean, no, like, there's no indication he's cheating or anything. That's why it's kind of, like, weird and awkward, and, like, I just think I don't know. But, like, my parents, I ran this by them. I was like, listen, like, if I call Ryan and, have him send roses and stuff and do this, will you guys, like, be cool with it? Like, they love your show. So this is, like, this will make them feel better. I feel like kind of awkward about it all because I'm like, I know he's not cheating. Like, I know it. I know he's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're going to call. Let's hope your parents hear all of this and everything is okay. Hang on one second. We'll come back and do it.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is a different one, but I think it's a helpful one. She is with her boyfriend of 5 years, and they're moving in together. And he has not proposed. He's stalled in the proposal. Her parents are not going to approve of them living together without the proposal, but she wants to have as much peace of mind as she can. She doesn't think that he's cheating, but if the roses go to her, she feels like it'll cause peace in the family. So we're going to try and help out. And this is happening in Glendale. Elena on the line. All right, Elena, here's what we're going to do. Have you physically moved in yet?
I haven't yet. No. He just asked me, and we're getting in motion. I'm like figuring out like my stuff, what I'm going to sell, what I'm going to take, all that stuff. And not like haven't done it yet.
Okay,
we're thinking in the next 2 weeks.
We're going to try and help out and call him. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, here we go. Sisney's doing it. You'll be on the line. Be very quiet until we tell him. I know everyone feels that way. Until we tell him that he's on the air, and then we can all talk. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me ask you a question. I just thought of this.
What?
If he sends the roses to you, do you want us to hang up or tell him what's going on?
Gosh, yeah. Like pretend like, okay, great, thanks. Okay, we'll do that. Like, yeah, maybe just like a quick kind of like, great, we got it, thanks. We'll call you back for the address or something. I don't know. Something. I know. That's okay. Then just kind of like abort.
Okay, we'll get out. Shh. Good luck.
Hello?
Hi, is this Adrian?
This is him.
Hi, Adrian. My name is Gracie. I'm calling from the Fancy Florist. We're actually brand new in Glendale. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm actually calling because we're doing an offering for all local residents right now that you can send flowers. They're absolutely free to anybody that you'd like today, and they'll get them by lunchtime.
You said absolutely free?
Absolutely free. It's actually a dozen red roses. We can change the color if you'd like, but they're usually red. I don't need cash, billing info, credit card info, anything like that. Just the name of the person you want to send the roses to. And then we can put a note and we can have them delivered by lunchtime today, or if tomorrow's better, whatever's more convenient.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I was gonna put a nickname, but can I send you like the regular name? But I was gonna on the flowers I wanted like a nickname.
Yeah, we unfortunately can't do nicknames for the actual delivery portion of it, but for the note, I can put the nickname.
For the note.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the real name first?
It's Patricia.
Trisha. Okay. And then what would be
I'm
the
sorry.
nickname?
Hello. Wait, what happened?
Adrian, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that and understand that. We have your girlfriend, Elena, on the phone. Who is Trisha?
Who the hell is Trisha? Huh?
What's going on right now?
Everything is okay. Just tell us who the woman is, Trisha.
Adrian, speak up. Who's Trisha, idiot? Who the hell is Trisha?
She's a girl. She's a
girl? Oh my God, I can't believe you. I was literally gonna move in with you and my parents. They're like, oh my God, is he gonna be the one? And you're here like sending roses to some other girl. Who the hell? What is going on?
I don't know what's going on right now. What's happening?
No, Adrian, what's happening is this. Your girlfriend of 5 years is expecting a proposal. She's moving in with you because she thinks you're going to be married. She's concerned that her family isn't going to approve of you living together. Now she's upset and concerned because she thinks you're cheating on her with a woman named Trisha. What's going on?
I don't know what to say. Elena, I'm sorry.
Sorry, that's all you gotta say? Who the hell is Trisha? What are you doing? Who is this person?
She's another girl I've been seeing.
Another girl you've been seeing? You've been going out with me for 5 years? What do you mean you've been seeing somebody else? Oh my God. I can't believe you 5 years? 5 years down the drain like this? 5 years.
I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Oh my God. Are you laughing? Was that a chuckle?
It's a nervous reaction. I don't know what's happening right now. This is unbelievable.
Oh, you just got busted. That's what happened right now, Adrian. You just got busted, okay? I can't believe that we've been dating for 5 years and you have been seeing somebody else and then you asked me to move in with you. What's the point? Why did you even ask me that?
Adrian, how long have you been seeing Trisha?
Probably about 5 years.
You gotta be kidding me. Is there anybody else at this point?
No. It's just you two.
Well, no, Adrian, Elena, I understand your fury,
God.
and you should feel that. Adrian, what is going through your head to think that is a respectable, appropriate, okay thing to do, and then you're inviting Elena to move in with you? Where do you think this is going to end?
I guess I thought I could do two things at one time. I was gonna have her move in, and I was gonna ask Tricia to marry me.
What?
I'm confused. What are you talking about? How are you gonna? Right, you're not even making sense. You're gonna ask Elena to move in with you and marry another woman? How are you gonna do that?
What? Oh my God!
Tricia had her own place. I was gonna live there as well.
Why are you telling me this?
I mean, might as well. It's out and open. You know.
You're not normal, and you're not a good person, man.
No. You're a psychopath, okay? You're a psychopath, and I cannot believe you. You know what? I'm burning all your clothes. Like, don't even come and pick up any of your crap at my house. It's all gone.
Sorry.
It's all gone,
I want you to find out this way. This is...
Which way did you want her to find out?
Well, I just wanted to break it to her in private, not on the radio. This is insane.
Oh my God.
This is insane.
Wow.
Is exact. Does Tricia know about Elena?
No.
Oh my God! All right,
I hope she's listening.
Elena. You're right. We should get off the phone right now. And hey, Elena, I don't know if you're religious or not, but I would look up and thank whomever or whatever you pray to.
I know.
Because you did not move in with this guy. You did not get engaged to this guy. You did not marry this guy. And you did not have a kid with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, Ryan. I really appreciate it. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just in shock right now. I'm so mad.
Sure you are.
I'm in shock with you.
All
wow.
right, we're hanging up on Adrian. He's gone.
Okay.
And Elena, I'm so sorry. You are right to feel everything you're feeling right now.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I didn't expect this, so I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Take care. You're the best, okay? We love you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
So bad for her.
Oh, I do, but
I know.
so grateful.
Yes.
I'm so grateful.
Catch-22.
How can here's the thing. How can a guy be that insane and you not know it?
That's even scarier. Oh.
I worry that a human being can be that crazy and you don't see it.
Yeah. When does that start? Does that start when you're a child? Does that start when you're a teenager? Like, it has to, I mean, yeah.
Adrian was asking her, Elena, to move in, and he was going to allegedly propose while he was going to marry the other girl. Like,
He's going to live two lives.
How?
I don't understand the detail of
There's
that.
crazies out there that do that, apparently.
But how do you live with one woman and then you're married to another? It doesn't make. I don't get it. Maybe he's just not right.
Of course he's not right.
But I'm not right. I mean, like, I think he's got some issues.
Yeah.
More than just relationship issues. Like,
screws are loose.
Something's wrong there. Patty, I see your hand. We're going to come back. This is crazy. There's nothing. There's no explanation at all. It's just poor treatment of human beings. So this guy is well, he's saying he's going to marry Adrian. He's going to propose. 5 years they've been dating. Mm-hmm. He says, move in with me. Turns out he sends the roses to Trisha, who he's been dating for 5 years, who he says he's going to marry. So he's going to try and lead a double life. Now, it's crazy, but we have had people who have lived through situations where they found out that their spouse had double lives and kids with other people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At the same time, not at different chapters. At the same time. So, Patty, what did you want to say? I saw you earlier.
Well, one word, monster.
Okay.
And I think I understand what he is doing. I think he reached a point where he couldn't handle this anymore, so he had to do something very drastic with both women. He asked one to move in with him and the other one to marry him.
Out of panic.
Out of panic. And it's so drastic that the bubble is going to burst. And he knew it. Like, he had nowhere else to run.
And that's what he's doing. Okay. I mean, we could sit here and go in circles. I don't believe this deserves an explanation.
Well, he did say he wanted to break the news to her eventually, so he did want this to end at some point.
I mean, in desperation, he said that on the air.
But
I almost don't want the twins to hear this.
yeah, I'll cover their ears.
I can't. You know,
Put
we should
over
keep
my
ourselves
stomach.
calm because we don't need it.
I wonder, though, if he had a conversation with either one of them saying, like, we're exclusive. I know, like, 5 years is a long time, but what if they never had the conversation?
That's not possible.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Not if they're about to move in with each other.
I love your hopefulness, but not right now.
Okay.
Like, there's no hopeful in this. Macy, are you with us?
I am.
So go ahead. You're on. What's your view?
I honestly think that her parents could tell something was off. I don't know if they knew that it was to this extent, but I think her parents knew what was going on, and that's why they weren't being supportive, and why they were encouraging her to wait for the engagement before she did something like move in with him. And I think they could just tell.
They sensed it. They couldn't put their finger on what, but they knew something was off.
That's
and they're
a fair
right.
point.
Yeah, you have to be like a sociopath to be able to live a double life like that.
Do you ever meet someone and you really look them in the eyes
Okay.
and you feel like, okay, there's a crazy in that eye,
I guess. Maybe.
right? Like you see the window into their soul and you say to yourself, I think there's a crazy.
I
in
usually
that.
try to stay far away from those people.
It's hard sometimes.
You have a few
But I
in
think
your
her
life?
parents could tell.
Well, I just think that you see and you don't know, and then you think you're crazy for thinking someone's crazy. Do you know what I mean? You just it's not hindsight 2020.
Oh, preach.
But in the moment, you doubt yourself in situations, and she's like, "Well, my parents are being so protective, but they're right. They saw the crazy." All right, thanks, Macy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I love that name, by the way.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. It's a good name. All right, let's get to Jen. So Elena, and this all ended up in the best way possible. She's found out the truth in this relationship. Elena, dating this guy for 5 years. He says, please move in with me before, we're going to get married. I'm going to propose. Her parents say there's a red flag here. She starts to get ready to do it. We call him. He sends the roses to Trisha, whom he's been dating for 5 years, whom he told us on the phone he's getting married to, while he's trying to get Elena to move in with him. It's not even worth the energy to try and explain. So Jen is on the phone. I mean, you know what's, I tell you, we said this earlier, what's scary is how do we not recognize that in people?
Yeah.
Like you let someone in and you love them and you're their best friend for 5 years and you want them to marry you. Then you find out they're freaking psycho.
Love is blind.
I didn't know what that means, actually.
Love is blind, that you're just so infatuated with sometimes you're so infatuated with the idea of the relationship when in reality it's not even like that at all.
So love is blind is bad.
Yeah, I think so.
I've always been one to ask that question. All right. Because I always think love is blind. Oh, sounds romantic. No. You can love anything and anyone.
No, it means like you love somebody and they're not loving you the way back you think.
It's actually a double entendre. You can use it both ways.
Okay, Miss Tati.
Well, stand by. Call me maybe. Carly Rae Jepsen. All right, Jen, good morning. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, we're just swimming in double entendre this morning.
Yeah.
So, this guy, what is your view? It's not even worth explaining, but go ahead.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's all we need.
Sociopathic. He may be sociopathic, but he's definitely not smart. What was he going to crawl out the bedroom window in the middle of the
Well,
night?
that's
go
the
sleep
thing.
with his wife? Like,
Yeah, let's-
How is he going to do that?
Okay, Jen, let's suspend disbelief and assume he pulled it off. He's married to Trisha and he's living with Elena. How? Like, how do you show yourself in either place?
Yeah, he just sounds not only crazy, but just really, really dumb. And she dodged a crazy bullet.
Oof. All right. Well,
Poor
Jen,
girl.
thank you for
That's
calling.
the upside. She did dodge a bullet.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
you guys really helped her out. Thank God for you guys.
thanks for calling. Well, that's maybe too much double entendre. All right.
Okay, good.
Thanks for calling.
All right.
Bye.
I think this is one that we should keep our finger on and follow up in like a month or two. Because
Why?
she
You think
didn't.
he's going to go back?
You know what?
She went nuts.
I know, but I'm telling you, it's that thing where like some people just fear being alone more than being with crazy.
No way.
Not
I
in
don't know.
this
She's
case.
burning his clothes right now as we speak.
Yeah, but she heard the Iggy Azalea story. That's why. She heard that sis report. Now everybody's talking about that sis report. I just think that it's frightening to think you let someone in like that, you love them, you think you're going to marry them, and they're doing that to you. That's what. But the thing is that the master script was she was supposed to find out before she got married.
Yeah, she knew it.
So now she's got to move on. Wow. But we'll keep our finger on it.
Okay, thank you.
We got.
I mean, listening to it again just makes me so mad.
I know I can't. We went in circles about it. What's most? I guess let's just go with what's the blessing. She's out.
Yeah.
She's out. All right, it's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. Dear Ryan and Sissany, I just thought my husband was going through a midlife crisis, but now I think it's more than that. He bought a new car. It's way more expensive and sporty than I thought, but whatever. That's what he wanted. He's also been working out. He's changed his hair. He bought a bunch of new clothes, like T-shirts and stuff. He's wearing cologne. What's wrong with that?
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm assuming that she's saying all these things are happening at once, meaning like he didn't used to wear
but
cologne.
she thought maybe it's a midlife crisis.
Yeah, which isn't great.
Hold on. I still didn't think much of it. But the other day, now, here's where it gets not great. The other day I noticed his entire web history had been cleared and he changed his phone password. Something's not right.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
That part's sketch, right? Okay, let's get Kate on the phone. So, Kate, appreciate you coming on. How you doing in San Marino?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. Now, I'm okay. I mean, the car, that's up to him and you, but I'm okay with him wanting to change his hair, go to the gym, put cologne on. Like, I'm okay with it because maybe he just needs to feel better about himself And that happens to all of us, right? But
I mean,
so I'm okay with that. What I'm curious about, just like you, are changing the password, clearing the history.
yeah, that's completely out of character and very suspicious as well.
And Kate, have you said to him, hey, I noticed you're doing some things differently. What's going on? Or have you not addressed this with him?
I mean, no, I just kind of like brushed it off like he's going through like a midlife crisis kind of thing. But now, just like he changed the password and cleared the history, I'm very suspicious, and I have not actually approached him about the situation.
How long have you been married?
16 years.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let's make the call and find out what's going on, okay?
Okay.
All right. Kate has been holding. We're going to make the call right now for Ryan's Roses. If you've been listening, you know what's going on. But basically, she thinks her husband's going through a midlife crisis at first, and she's fine with it. Now, she's like, wait, that's happening. He's changing up his hair, his cologne, he's getting a new car. That's happening, and he's just relocked his phone with a new password and cleared his search history.
The search history is, I never trust anyone with a cleared search history. I have probably 75 websites on my phone that I haven't cleared ever. Because why?
Patty, do you clear your search history?
Sometimes I do. For no reason.
Trust issues now with Tanya.
No, I mean, sometimes I do just to have it clean.
All right. Well, Kate, let me do this. We're going to call your husband, and we're just going to try and find out, okay? We want to find out who he sends roses to and then what he puts on the card. What I need you to say is, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband.
On Kiss FM.
On Kiss FM.
Just need that clarity. That's okay. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Okay, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, this is David.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm calling from Essence Flowers here in San Marino next to the Carlos Cruz law offices. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm also busy. No, thank you.
No, well, I'm actually calling you. I'll make this really, really quick. I'm calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. They're completely free, and you can send them to whoever you want today at no charge to you. All I need is the name of the person you want to send them to, a quick note, and I will make sure they get delivered today by lunchtime.
No credit card number, no information. You're just sending flowers.
I'm just sending the roses and a note, so it'll be a nice note, handwritten,
Okay.
calligraphy, and everything.
Okay. Can you also do like a business instead of a residence?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So send it to the YMCA.
I'm sorry, where?
YMCA and
Okay. And do you want red roses or white roses?
oh, can you do both? Like maybe 6 and 6?
Oh, that's good. Well, okay. And who are we sending them to there?
Can you send it to Kylie? And it's really important. Please put on the note your secret admirer.
So you want me to put that on the note instead of your name?
Yeah, just secret admirer and to Kylie, Kylee.
From your secret admirer. Do you want a note or just from your secret admirer?
Just the secret admirer, please.
Okay.
David? David,
Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
David. Hi, David. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. We have your wife, Kate, on the phone. What is that message and what are those flowers all about to Kylie, please?
Hi, Kate.
Did you just send flowers to the daughter?
Hi, Ryan.
Teacher? Is that what you're doing?
That is who Kylie is, yes.
Who is
Yes,
it? Wait, Kate, who is Kylie?
It's our daughter's swim teacher.
Your daughter's swim teacher. Okay, David,
Yeah.
why are you...
Uh-huh.
Well, want to explain that? Your secret admirer? What's going on with you?
Well, I think, first of all, Kate knows how amazing Kylie is as a swim teacher. And I thought it'd be nice to kind of brighten up her day a little bit. And I just thought that would be nice and anonymous.
No, it's not. It's not. You don't send secret admirer roses to another woman when you're married. You don't.
Well, look, we all get crushes. We all have, like, whatever. We don't have to. It's not a big deal. No,
it's not a big deal.
So what?
It's just flowers.
It's not.
It's a total big deal. You are married.
I am married, and I'm happily married, but it's it's a crush, and she's a really, like I said, a great swim teacher. And I feel like that's something that make sure Olivia has a good experience in the water.
What, are you listening to what you're saying?
Yeah, I really need you to hear your own voice.
I'm kind of thrown off here. Also, I just thought I was sending somebody some anonymous flowers. And
Yeah, well, you know what? You're never taking Olivia to swim lessons ever again. Ever.
Well,
I might even pull her out of swim lessons.
dangerous.
Because there's no need to have. How is that dangerous?
Well,
That is
forget
not
the
dangerous.
swim lesson for a second. How about your husband thinking that it's okay to send secret admirer roses and have a crush
I
on
have
somebody?
a crush. That is what?
It doesn't.
seriously,
It really is. It's more innocent than I think. It's way more innocent than I think we're making it sound.
Yeah, we
and
really need to
something
have a
I think
serious
everybody
discussion.
does.
Oh no, it doesn't sound so innocent, David.
Well, I'm not acting on anything. I'm not doing anything. Our
You did
daughter
ask sent her flowers. And I think that we need to have a serious talk about this.
It's not for me.
Seriously messed up.
They're anonymous. I thought it'd be a nice thing to
they're-
do.
You have a crush on her.
She's great with Olivia. Who wouldn't want to get nice flowers like that?
Oh my God.
I can't.
I can't.
I think we need to have a serious talk about this. And how many other people do you have crushes on other than the swim teacher?
I got a question for you, David.
Yeah.
If Kate were to ask you this, what would you say? And here's the question. Would Kylie know who her secret admirer is? In other words, would she call you to thank you?
Oh, good question.
I'd be pretty surprised.
But is it possible?
Well, to be fair here, also, I'll say I'd be surprised if she called me.
Well, I think there's no way, David, if you want my honest opinion, thank you for asking, but I think there's no way for you to justify this.
I get it, and I also think it's not a big deal. I think everybody everybody has a crush, and everybody has somebody they want to brighten their day.
Oh my God.
All right. Kate, this is the man you're married to. These are the things that he seems to think are okay.
Wow.
There must be a reason why he thinks that's all okay. So we're going to leave this to you guys, okay?
Okay. All right.
Well,
I'll
good
see you
luck,
later,
Kate. Good luck,
All
Kate.
right, thanks, Brian. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, well,
I'm so confused.
So what he's saying is, hey, listen, everybody has a crush. It's fine to send
fine.
flowers to your crush. I didn't send them. It was a secret admirer.
Yeah, anonymous.
And it's my daughter's swim coach.
No, she's great with my daughter.
No. I think we're all unanimous no on that. We'll come back to the Ryan's Roses in a minute. I'm just trying to, I think what we need to wrap our head around is, how can someone say, I'm married and I think it's fine to send roses with a note saying, I have a crush on you, secret admirer?
I actually think he's delusional because I think people like this exist. They like create this reality in their head and they think it's so normal.
Okay,
They're just like so matter of fact about it.
It's just dawned on me what this Ryan's Roses was really all about for us and what question we should ask married couples in a second.
Oh.
There's a reason. Now, it just dawned on me. There's a reason we just had that Ryan's Roses. There is a very simple question I'd like to ask anyone who is married or has been married. And I'm going to ask you that in a second. Here's the simple issue with this Ryan's Roses that just happened. You got a married couple, Kate and her husband, David. He sends roses to their daughter's swim coach. And he signs it secret admirer. And he says, well, she's taking care of our child. It's okay, right? Listen, here's part of the call if you missed it. And then I have a question for married couples.
I'm not acting on anything. I'm not doing anything. Our
did
daughter
ask sent her flowers. And I think that we need to have a serious talk about this.
It's not for me.
Seriously messed up.
They're anonymous. I thought it'd be a nice thing to
You
do.
have a crush on her.
She's great with Olivia. Who wouldn't want to get nice flowers like that?
So he says that he's married. He says that he has a crush on his daughter's swim coach.
But it's fine because he's not doing anything about it.
Yeah, and he sends roses signed secret admirer anonymously. Okay, he thinks that's okay.
Right.
So let's put them aside for a second because they've got to work that out. I mean, that's the man she's married to. For us, I ask you this. Is it normal once you get married or for a married couple to develop a crush on someone? And if so, is it acceptable to discuss and have and talk about? And how do you handle it?
I mean, I'm not married. Spoiler alert. But if I were married, I would not find it okay to have a crush on somebody else. Or for my partner, too.
I think if we're all being totally honest, you're going to be married for a long time or forever, right? Isn't that the plan?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you find people attractive.
Of course.
And sure, in your own head, maybe you play the game of I have a crush. But you don't really have a crush.
Correct.
I'm just curious to know. Or is it fine to develop a crush when you're married and tell your spouse, that's my crush? Is that cool? I mean, it's different from saying,
I think there's a line between finding somebody attractive. Yes. Like, I think that's totally normal. We're human. But having a crush takes it to a little bit of a different level.
Well, having a crush and then in this case, sending roses as a secret admirer.
Yeah.
That, not okay. But is it common to develop a crush once you get married, a crush with someone else? Why are you looking at Patty?
Well, because Patty's the closest thing we have to married right now.
Well,
right?
Well,
I can't wait to hear a reaction to that.
I think what you said, Tanya, I think we're human and I think we are attracted to other people.
Yes.
I don't think once you get married, that automatically stops. It
Correct.
doesn't.
No.
So I think it's...
But do you call it a crush? Like, do you say to... I know you're not married, but you've been with Michael for a long time. Do you tell him who you have crushes on?
I have celebrity crushes.
Well, yeah, that doesn't count. That's fairy tale.
But I don't think you tell someone to have a crush unless you're falling in love with someone.
See, yeah.
You could have a crush.
In your own head.
But the moment it comes
Tell
out
the
of your
world.
mouth,
Then it's
that means
real.
you're falling in love.
Yeah, so the human brain will, someone's attractive and you can have this crush in your head, but
And
do you tell your partner?
You enjoy their company. Like, say it's a coworker, right? And you have a crush on your coworker. You enjoy having lunch with them. You enjoy sitting next to each other at work. But there's that little fine line that you're like, okay, if you cross it, it's no longer a crush.
All right, let's get to the calls on this. It's not celebrity crush. I mean, real life coworker or other place crush.
Right.
Is that okay? There's a call on line 8 in Rancho Cucamonga that says, yeah, absolutely, totally normal. Is it okay? This came from the Ryan's Roses. Is it okay for married couples to develop crushes? And if so, do they tell their partners about them or do they just keep them in their head? I mean, it's human nature that you're going to find somebody else attractive, right? Mm-hmm. And it's human nature maybe that you're going to have a crush in your mind. Mm-hmm. But do you tell your partner about it? Sure, if you're in a secure relationship, maybe not. If you're, it can, I don't know, it could go either way.
What would you do? If your partner came to you and said, I have a crush on this guy that works at my local coffee shop.
If she said it to me?
Yeah. How would you feel?
I'd start drinking tea.
Throw her off?
I quit coffee. No, I just quit coffee. She wants to go, no, we're only drinking tea now.
Okay. So you wouldn't handle it well?
I wouldn't love it.
Yeah, okay.
It's not my favorite conversation to have.
I think that's a normal reaction.
Yeah, I would say, hey, why don't we go for tea instead of coffee now?
Right.
Because your crush is running the coffee shop, right? So that's how I'd handle it.
Okay. That's fun.
How would you handle it?
I wouldn't love it either, but I think I would prefer the communication. I really do.
I'd like to not know. Let's start with you, Natalie.
Hi.
Hi, Natalie and Resita. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're good. I love it that on my call screen it says Natalie Resita married for a very long time. So,
well, it feels like a very long time sometimes.
how there's a good promo for marriage right there.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
I've been married. It's almost my 8-year anniversary.
Almost 8 years, and it feels like
20.
It's kind of like, when you do the temperature, it's 100, but feels like 139.
Yeah. But
exactly.
8 blissful years, Natalie?
Sometimes, when you get married and you have kids and you have a busy life, I think that's kind of where the crushes come in because it's not real life. And when you find yourself infatuated with someone else, it's fun for a minute, but if you're kind of obsessed with somebody or preoccupied with them, then it's kind of an indication that maybe there's something you need to look at in your own relationship.
Well, and I think it's dangerous too, because if you're in a secure, good relationship and you say you've got a crush on someone else, that's all fun and games. But what if you're not? Then it can seemingly be a threat or potential real insecurity in the relationship,
Oh, for sure. And I actually have a friend who kind of went down this slippery slope, and she didn't address the issues in her marriage, and she ended up having an affair. And so, I mean, I'm pretty clear, like, I love my husband, I want my marriage to work, and if I notice that I'm noticing other people a little too much, then I need to maybe give some more attention to my own relationship.
That's good. Well, you're mature. That's a very thoughtful way to handle it. Thanks for calling, Natalie, and good luck with the next 8 or 20 years. You know what I think is funny is that you said to her, were they 8 blissful years? I mean, what in the world could possibly be blissful for 8 years? Nothing.
No, some people have been blissfully married for 25 years. I really do believe that there are some.
Think there's enough ebb and flow that it's not fully blissful.
True.
It's blissful at times and blissless at times. That's just human nature.
But I do think that some marriages have more ups than downs. Not all, some.
Okay. Well, I think they have blissful and blissless. Just like anything else, right?
And bliss text in case your lips get chapped.
Oh, you must have spent time with the doctor because that was a very medical reference.
Thank you. I feel like I'm on fuego today.
And humble. Robert in Rancho Cucamonga, he says it's totally normal to have crushes once you're married. Is that right? Who do you have a crush on, Robert?
I personally do not have a crush on somebody, but my fiance, at work, she came up clean because we pride ourselves on our open communication. I feel like open communication is the most important part.
That's right. That's right. That's right. If you can do it,
and so like I think not only between the two partners, but you got to have real open communication with yourself. You have to be open with yourself. Say, hey, I have these feelings. Well, not like what's going on, but
so she has a crush on a coworker.
Yeah. Like it's happened to me in previous relationships, and like the more you try to choke it, the more you try to kind of hold back on it, it only makes it kind of like, oh man, that's like the forbidden fruit. Oh man, I can't have that.
Thanks for calling, Rob. You take care, bro.
Thanks for taking it. Thank you.
Okay, be well. Bye.
Yeah, sounds like communication is the key.
Well, of course it's the key. It's just hard to do. Yeah. I mean, we all say just transparency, communication, yet we try and do it. It somehow, we know it, but we stumble.
I know, but how amazing would it be if we could actually...
Well, listen, you will be the first to make it on this show flawlessly happen because you are in the budding, brand new stages of a fantastic relationship. By the way, my mother called over the weekend. I have to tell you, she doesn't know when to take her walks because she wants to find out what's going on with you and Dr. W. And she's relieved. It's like you've lifted stress off of her shoulders.
That's
so please, God willing, this works out. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Let's get to today's Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, our neighbor across the street, listen to this. Our neighbor across the street used to be really friendly with me. She would even help me with the trash cans every week, but the past few weeks, she's purposely avoided me. She pulled up to her driveway the other day, and I was watering the front yard. I waved. She didn't wave back. Now, I don't understand that about human beings. I will be running, jogging, or walking past other people, and I will look them in the eye, and I'll say, good morning. And they actually will look at me and not respond.
Yeah.
How is that possible for two people? And it annoys me.
It's getting bad. I held the door open for a bunch of people the other day. Not one person said thank you. And I'm not doing it for the thank you, but like...
I actually am doing it for the thank you. You know what? And I make it clear. I make it very clear. And sometimes under my breath, I'll say, well, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then it's like, I don't say it too loud because I don't get into like a street fight. But it really is annoying when you just... How can you not have the decency to say hello back? Or not even hello back, just like, what's up?
Or
hey,
smile.
Or just pop your head in the air, like nod your head.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the road. So that's a separate... Mark, let's go off on that later. So anyway, she pulls up into her driveway, no wave back, right? Mm-hmm. She says, I'm tracing her change of attitude to when I went out of town with my kids. My husband stayed home. I'm thinking something happened between my husband and her while we were gone. That's it. She's not making eye contact because now she thinks that her husband's messing around with the neighbor.
But
that's the deal.
They could have just gotten into a fight.
Could have been a lot of things. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Let's find out right now. Wendy, we now know everything. She's not engaging. And the question I have is, why would you just assume that your husband would go do something? Have you always worried about your husband? Because that's a pretty big leap.
Well, maybe it's just like I've been listening to too much of Ryan's roses and stuff like that.
And it's in your head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big leap to think that she's not responding to your wave, and you just think that your husband's going over there when you're away.
I know. It just seems really odd to me because she was super, super friendly. And, I could be super paranoid. I could, 100%. But, we were good friends before, and now she's not acknowledging. It just seems like, why would that happen? Why would that suddenly happen when I was gone?
We don't know. People's behavior sometimes we can't figure it out. I don't really need to do much more than say, hold on, because we're going to come back and call your husband and get into it, okay?
Okay.
That's next. We're about to make the call now for Wendy. If you just got here, the bottom line is her neighbor is not now looking her in the eye, and she thinks it's because when Wendy, was out of town, her husband went over and cheated with the neighbor. Mm-hmm. Now, there's got to be something we don't know for you to make that kind of a leap, but let's find out what's going on. Wendy, how long have you been married?
We've been married 12 years.
Is this neighbor married?
Yeah, she's married. She has kids.
All right. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name on Kiss FM.
You have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
And we're going to call him. As a matter of fact, Patty's going to offer him some roses. And what we want to do is find out who is top of mind, who he sends them to, and then what he puts on the card, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's very important. We need you so we can get the most information and mileage out of this. We need you to stay quiet until we tell him he's on the radio, all right?
Okay.
All right, Wendy, good luck. What's your neighbor's name? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah.
It's Jasmine.
Got it. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Colton?
Yeah, this is he. May I ask who's calling?
Hi, Colton. My name is Vanny. I'm calling from Sprouts Flowers here in front of KFC in Yorba Linda. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses today. They're completely free, and you can send them to whoever you want. I don't need any credit card information from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to and a quick note, and they get delivered today by lunchtime.
Okay. How did you find me? I didn't sign up for any newsletter or anything.
No, we don't have a newsletter, but I believe if the notes here are correct, it shows that you opted to receive coupons and promotions when you made a purchase online recently, maybe in the last 6 months.
Oh, yeah, I probably did that.
Yeah, so they're completely free just because you made that purchase, and we want to go ahead and maybe send these roses to somebody that you care for.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I got someone to send them to.
Great. Let's start with the name.
The name's Amy.
Amy. And I have red or white flowers. Roses.
I think,
roses.
Yeah, let's do white.
White. And what do you want to put on the note?
Can you just write and again, and again, and again?
Sorry, and again?
Yeah.
Colton, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. We have your wife, Wendy, on the line, and you've just sent white roses to Amy saying, and again, and again, and again, and again. Can you explain that to us?
Wait, is this a joke? I'm on.
It is not a joke. Can you tell us who is Amy?
Amy is a friend of my wife. She's one of her friends.
Well, Wendy, you're on the line. Does this make sense to you?
No. Why would you be sending Amy flowers?
What do you mean?
What's going on?
It's a joke between us. You know, it's again and again and again. It's like all the girls' trips she takes you on. You know how we always joke about that? She's always taking you away from me with all the girls' trips and stuff. That's why I'm sending it to her.
Hold on. What?
But why? What?
What is he saying, Wendy? I don't understand.
I mean, we go out, Amy and I, like on girls' nights and stuff like that, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you
Just send her roses, dude.
Why would you send her roses? That doesn't make any sense.
I just was trying. I don't know. I was trying to be just be nice, and we had made a joke about it.
Well, hey, Colton, were you thinking about sending them to Jasmine?
No. Why would I send them to Jasmine?
Oh, you know why you'd send them to Jasmine. Why don't you come clean?
What do you mean? Why? No, I don't. Nothing is happening with our neighbor.
Yes, your neighbor.
No, there's nothing going on with her.
She's been acting super weird.
She's acting weird to your wife.
Yeah, she hasn't looked at me since I went away with the kids.
Well, I have nothing to do with that. I have not even talked to her. She just
This doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't to me
at all.
All right. Can we like not do this like on air right now? Can we?
Well, we're not exactly searching for convenience for you here, Colton. Yeah. What is it you want to say?
What is going on?
I've been seeing Amy.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
And this is your good friend, Wendy?
Yeah.
How long have you been friends with Amy?
I've been friends with Amy for longer than we've been even married.
Yeah,
What the... Colton,
I wanted to tell you a different way, but
well, how considerate. You wanted to tell her. Now, Colton, you're romantically involved with her best friend.
Yes, we've hung out a couple times, and
can we just ask you what the hell is in your head? What are you thinking?
I guess I wasn't thinking stuff. Things kind of happen, and you don't know what's going on. And like,
but Colton, you just said you were going to tell your wife differently. What were you going to say when you were going to tell her?
I was. I mean, we haven't been on the best of terms, and she's been busy, and I've been like like a couple times. Amy has stopped by to say hi and check up on me because she knows that I don't know. She obviously knows about our relationship. You tell her everything, and I don't know. She just for whatever reason it led to that, and I didn't want it to, but she was like
she
kind of there.
Oh yeah, she took advantage of you. Yeah.
You were vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Colton, we have your wife just hearing that you're having an affair with her best friend. Like, do you understand what kind of damage that does for the people around you and your family?
What about our
Yeah,
kids?
I guess I just didn't think about all that. I'm sorry.
What?
I did. I was. Okay, I never meant for this to go as far as this was. I was trying to figure out how to make this end because I knew it wasn't a good thing because of our family, and it just. I don't know. I guess it's.
If you were thinking about our family, why would you be sending her flowers? If you wanted to end this, why would you send her flowers today?
I don't know what to say.
All right, Colton, gonna hang up on you. Wendy, I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. To think that if this person, Amy, is so close to you and then doing all this behind your back.
That's what I can't get past.
It's just gross.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't know. Who do you seek first to get into this with? Hold on for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Does she, do you go and storm into Amy's work or home right now?
Absolutely.
I mean, how about the friend? Okay, so
that's what
husband aside.
Yeah.
Like, husband aside, we've dealt with husbands who've done this.
Yes.
But how about the friend that puts on the face that pretends you're friends while seeing your husband behind your back?
It's so disgusting to me.
What is worse? Honestly, which one hurts the most? Knowing that your husband is cheating on you with your best friend, or knowing that your best friend is cheating on you with your husband and keeping a straight face being your friend? It's bizarre. This Ryan's Roses, I mean, I can break it down for you, and I'm just curious to know which is worse, because it's all both bad. Wendy and Colton are married, and he's cheating on his wife, Wendy, with her best friend, Amy. Okay? And they're carrying out this act. Both of them one playing the husband, one playing the best friend, both of which are seeing each other. Now, she thought it was her neighbor that her husband was messing around with. So she already doubted her husband. Yeah. She already didn't trust her husband. That's why I'm almost thinking, and maybe this is crazy, but in her mind, she thought her husband was cheating. So isn't it worse to find out that your best friend has done this to you?
It's terrible.
Like, she may have already come to terms that her husband was cheating with the neighbor, but I don't think she thought about the fact that her best friend was the one he was cheating with.
No, but do you know what I hope she does moving forward is whatever she decides to do with her husband, she does the same with her friend. Like, if she decides to work through it with her husband, I hope she works through it with her friend too, and not cut out the friend and stay with the husband.
Oh, I don't know if I feel the same about that.
They're both conniving. They both lost their trust.
They're both conniving. So I don't, in this moment, my knee jerk is to not work it out. But then you calculate family and kids. I'd be more forgiving of her working it out with her husband than I would the friend. I think the friend's out and never back in. Out. Never back in.
True.
Out. Patty?
But so's the husband. Bye.
Well,
and it's not just
it's more
these three people involved. It gets a little bit more complicated because then you have mutual friends
who covered it up.
That are going to end up finding out or covered it up, and then they're going to have to choose from choose between Wendy and Amy.
It's bad. But what about friends who knew they covered it up that were accomplices?
I mean, we don't know that. Maybe they don't know that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that, but they might.
But we don't.
But we could think that. All right. I'm just curious to see what people think about that. Like, what's worse, finding out about your husband or your best friend is the one? Chelsea, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you guys?
We're good. So, which is worse, finding out that your husband is cheating and knowing that, or finding out that it's your best friend that he's cheating with? Who are you more upset with?
I'm more upset with the best friend.
Me too.
I mean, men are animals and they act on instinct, but that tells me that the friend was clearly pursuing.
The friend premeditated this killing.
I think so.
This was premeditated killing of the relationship, right? It was thought through.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chelsea. Appreciate your call. And thanks for listening to us. Let me go to Michelle. Michelle, you lost a friend this way? She kept trying to hit on your husband?
I did. My best friend, actually.
Right, but she's not a friend, so you didn't lose a friend. You lost an enemy.
I did, actually. I lost a dumpster fire.
Yeah, you did. You lost an informant. You lost an undercover spy. You lost a double agent.
Right, which is what Amy is.
Well,
so I wouldn't even be concerned about losing that person.
But in your situation, what happened?
It was like this girl, she would come to my house, and whenever I got up to go to the kitchen to get another beer, she would cozy up next to my husband and start flirting with him. And she thought I didn't notice, and she also thought that my husband was into it, and he wasn't. And he told me everything.
He reported back.
He did, yeah.
What is she thinking that he's not going to be loyal to you in that situation? I mean, that's intentionally trying, and her clearly not caring about your friendship at all.
Not a bit.
You did the right thing by cutting her out. Thanks for calling. Again, we had a lot of calls from people saying that they felt like it was worse to know that it was the best friend. Like, it would have been bad knowing it was their husband, but so much worse it being the best friend. Mm-hmm. And if the other conversation was, well, should, if she's going to take one of them back, which would it be? I don't say the friend at all.
Well, I think neither.
Right. But there's kids too. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Ryan Seacrest, Sissany, Tanya, Patty, we're all here for Ryan's Roses. Let me read the email and then we'll talk to Maya and Pomona. But she says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, this may sound bizarre, but we were at a Labor Day pool party. We were hanging out, drinking, eating, and then everyone kind of started pushing other people into the pool. It was fun, but I noticed something weird with my husband and another girl. He threw her in a couple of times, and she pulled him in with her once or twice. His hands were close to inappropriate places, and I definitely observed some chemistry. It made me super uncomfortable, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Oof.
I have to tell you, that would bother me.
Me too. 1000%.
Right?
Yeah.
You start, joshing around in bathing suits in a pool party.
Sorry, Joe. What?
Yeah.
Joshing.
I get it.
Right? You start, wait, was it horseplay, right? You're messing around? What do you call that when you're messing around like that?
Yeah.
You're pulling people in? The antics, crazy pull.
Flirting.
Chemistry,
almost.
pull
Yeah.
antics, flirting.
I've never heard joshing before in my life.
Well, I've never heard a lot of the things that you say don't. What are you spamming or whatever you're doing?
True.
What's a new one for me?
Seen. I feel seen.
Seen? That I know.
Okay.
Let me know when you come up with a new one.
Okay.
Until then, we'll be joshing.
Okay.
But it would bother me. So let me see. She's convinced that there's history between those two. I think that's what she's trying to say here. Maya, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're good, Maya. Thank you for reaching out. We, too, would be bothered by all of this. Do you know? So this was a pool party. You obviously were at a friend's place. Do you know the other woman that was joshing around with your husband?
Yes. Yes, I do. And I have known her my whole life, practically. And basically, they were just fooling around at the pool. He was pushing her into the pool. She was in a bikini. He was having his arms around her. I'm losing it. I need your help so badly because he's a scum-sucking pig. And I want him to be outed on the radio. I'm desperate. I need something. It feels, because what happened this weekend, and it's just far too, and it's in front of all of our friends and family and everything else. It was absolutely humiliating.
So, do you know he's cheating? Do you know he's cheating or not?
Well, I don't know, but what what are you doing? Putting your arms around her, your hands on her body. She's just wearing a bikini.
Okay, all right. I get the picture. Hold on one second. I have a feeling this may not go well. Mm-hmm. Hang on we'll call her husband next. So Maya's on the phone. What'd she call her husband? A scum-sucking pig?
I think so, yes. Those were the exact words.
I thought she said thumb sucking.
Well, no, I don't think it was
so.
that.
That would be different.
Yeah.
So we are going to call her husband now and find out what's going on, who's top of mind, who he sends roses to. Mm-hmm. He was at a pool party and he was messing around with throwing another woman into the pool in her bikini, and they were hugging each other. And his
that would
hands were all
drive
over
me
the place.
insane if that was my husband. There's no
I'd be
way.
So upset.
Yeah.
So Maya's clearly upset. So Maya, I need you to do me a favor. Say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
Well, we're going to call him. And we're going to
you.
call him now. And I want you to stay very quiet because we want to find out who he sends the roses to and then what he puts on the card. And stay quiet until we tell him he is on the air, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, is this Will?
Yeah. This is.
Hi, Will. My name is Amy. I'm calling from Petals and Stems. How you doing this morning?
Good. I'm sorry, where you say you're calling from?
Petals and Stems. We're actually a brand new flower shop downtown Pomona off of Gary and 2nd Street. You know where the Fox Theater is?
Yeah, I do.
We're right there, just a little tiny shop. And the reason I'm calling actually is because we're trying to promote our business. So what we're doing is we're offering a chance for local residents to send free roses to anybody that they'd like. Today, you've been selected at random to send free roses to anybody. I just need the name, and then we can write a little note, and they'll get them by lunchtime today. They're absolutely free. I don't need any credit card info, billing info, cash, anything like that. We just hope you refer us to friends and family. That's all we're trying to do.
It's literally no strings. It's free. I get to just 10 something December.
Yep.
Really? Okay. That's weird. I guess so.
Okay, great. What's a dozen red roses? What's the name?
Hold on, sorry, I just thought. I'm at work here. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, sorry. What were you asking me?
So, the name for the delivery?
Yeah. Let's see. You said it's a dozen roses?
Yeah, a dozen red roses.
Okay. Well, let's send them to Nicole. Would be her name. Nicole.
Okay. And we've got a bunch of different cards that you can choose from: birthday cards, thinking of you cards, romantic cards. I got hearts. I got cards with like hearts around the border.
It doesn't need. It's not like a lot of hearts, right? I mean, there's something in that world, but that's like, yeah, more.
Well, what would you like to put on the note? We can start there.
Let's put, like you said, like thinking of you, right? Let's say, can't wait to see you again.
Okay.
Will.
Hello?
Hi, Will?
Yeah. Hello?
Will, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. And I have your wife, Maya, on the phone, who knows that you're cheating on her with Nicole. You just proved it to her. And Nicole, the same woman from the pool?
Yes, she is. And Brian, that is my half sister.
What?
What?
That's my half sister.
Is that the pool girl?
That's the pool girl that has been in pain. I have grown up with her my whole entire life. I'm shaking. I can't believe this.
Will, you're cheating on your wife with her half sister? That is the question we're asking. What is going on here?
Oh.
You're cheating on your wife with her half sister, Will?
No.
Well,
yes,
you just said thinking of you. Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We just saw her at this pool party.
Yes, we know about that. We know about that. We know about the chemistry, and now we know that you're cheating on your wife. Will,
she's got a birthday coming up. I was just sending her that because she has a birthday coming up, and we had just seen her. She talked about it.
How long have you been having an affair?
It's not what it looks like. I'm not. Just because, like, what did Maya say? What did you say, Maya? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I let them know that you had your hands all over her all weekend and that you were touching her body in a bikini and that you were flirting and throwing her in and out of the pool. And I am done with you. I want a divorce. We are finished.
Everyone was throwing everyone in the pool.
No, this is all I needed. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan's Roses, because this is what I really needed.
Okay.
I needed to know.
What?
Okay. All right. Well, Maya, we'll let you take it from here then.
No,
okay.
I mean, I can't even believe you discussed me. You did it in front of our entire family just to humiliate me in front of our family and friends. And I can't even believe this was not alcohol. We weren't even drinking this weekend, but I'm fully, utterly disgusted by you and that you would do this with my sister. She's for all intents and purposes, my sister.
All right, well,
did you actually think you were going to get away with it? No, of course not. I am done with you. We are done. You can expect a call from my attorney.
Wow.
That's it. Thank you, guys. That's it.
Just like that. I mean,
that's it. Yeah, of course. You got to be kidding me. This is humiliating and disgusting. I've always thought that you were a cheater and everything else. We've had so many issues in our relationship, but
nothing is happening,
babe. Taking it too far. No, I'm not going to be, gaslighted by you. This is why I called the radio, because I really wanted you to be outed and exposed for this scum-sucking SOB that you are.
Because of some things you made up in your head at a pool party, and because
right.
because I'm sending your family.
Well, you just said, Nicole, thinking of you, can't wait to see you again. All right, well, we're going in circles.
Yeah.
Maya, we're going to let you go, and
I deal with Ryan. This is what I deal with.
I just heard it go down. I don't think you're wrong. I think your instinct was right.
Thank you.
I hope
And
you can.
I'm so sick of it because this is the type of behavior that he does to make me feel crazy.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And it's so abusive. It's so horrifyingly abusive. So I appreciate I just really appreciate you guys so much.
Well, good luck.
This is what I needed.
Good
Thank
luck
you so much,
with this. I hope you find some peace. Okay, thanks for reaching out.
Well, you guys are amazing. I love you guys.
All
Good
right,
luck,
thank
Maya.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Well, so she knew, and he can't explain himself. It doesn't, I mean, come on. Let's look what he put on the card.
Yeah.
And then he's gaslighting. He's trying to make her think she's got it all wrong.
Proud of you for
right.
understanding that.
Yeah, I always forget what gaslighting.
I forget what it was, but then she just explained it.
Yeah, and then I was like,
I'm glad.
oh, yeah.
Thank you for her. Did do a Ryan's Roses call, and it boiled down to Maya and Will, and he was handsy with, I guess the curveball was, her half-sister.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe it.
So he said, he said, she said, they said.
pretty
So
much.
what happened was they were at a pool party for Labor Day, and he got all handsy with one of the other women, throwing her in the pool. Turns out that woman was his wife's half-sister that they grew up together with. And here's part of the call. He sent the roses to the half-sister.
I can't even believe you discussed me. You did it in front of our entire family just to humiliate me in front of our family and friends. And I can't even believe this was not alcohol. We weren't even drinking this weekend.
So Maya and the other woman basically grew up together. Her husband is cheating on his wife with that sister.
Yeah.
Nicole.
It's interesting she didn't tell us that when she initially called it. She's like, I grew up with her my whole life. It's almost like she didn't want to believe it herself. She's like, I'm hoping that it's not true.
No, but I felt like she knew her gut was right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I heard her pretty confident in knowing that something was going on.
But why wouldn't she tell us it was her half-sister? That threw me
Maybe,
off.
I don't know. Patty?
Well, because let's say he didn't send the flowers to the half-sister, then she wouldn't feel humiliated for even insinuating
So
that the
she
half-sister.
she held it
That's what I'm
back
saying.
just
She
in
didn't-
case
she
it
didn't
didn't get to
wanna
that
believe it.
place.
Yeah.
All right, let me grab Angie. Angie, you heard this go down. Go ahead, you're on with us.
Well, I just cannot believe it. If she wouldn't expose him in front of thousands of listeners, nobody will believe her. And let me tell you something. Man out there, never doubt the intuition of a woman. Because, when a woman can sense something, it's going to happen. It's just simply going to happen. It's just something that we have. So, man, never doubt that. Never play your women.
Now, Angie, are you married?
Yes, I am.
And how's your relationship with your man?
It's good. It's healthy. But if I ever had any doubts and I confront him and I still have those doubts, I'll probably do the same thing. No doubt about it.
All right, well, Angie,
Relationships are not easy.
Angie's all business. Angie's
It's a
not messing
superpower.
around.
It's a superpower we have. That intuition.
Yes, we do.
Don't second guess it. Don't second guess that gut feeling. All right, Bryn, you're on. Go ahead.
So that dude is definitely cheating. There's no doubt about it that he definitely got caught, and the fact that he can't admit it is ridiculous. But I'm wondering, because she got so worked up, there had to have been issues beforehand.
Well,
they must have had this coming.
For 100% because she's done with it now.
Yeah.
I think this was all building up and she's just done. This was the straw.
Yeah, this is the last straw for sure.
All right, well,
But
Bryn.
then I think too,
Yeah.
what about the sister? What about the half sister?
She's a traitor.
Why would she even do
That's a
that?
whole other thing.
Women are smarter than that. They should know better.
Yeah, you're right. This is double layered. You've got to deal with your husband, and then you got to deal with your half sister after that.
Yeah, is she gonna?
Then who
what
do you
is she gonna
trust?
Do now? She's gonna go to a family function and see her. How?
Well, who do you trust? Everybody around you is going behind your back.
Everyone's going to have to take sides now, too. The holidays are going to be coming up. It's just, ugh.
This is why marriage can scare people.
Whoa, this is an extreme situation.
It's an extreme situation, but I'm saying it's in the universe, and this is what can scare people.
So true.
Let's
Right?
hope it's not.
What? I hope it's not what?
Let's hope that it's not something that scares people.
It is scaring people.
Two of which are in this room.
Hello?
Two of you?
Yes.
No.
This is the kind of stuff. absolutely the kind of stuff that we'll dream about at night.
Tanya,
during
you
nightmares.
wouldn't get married because of this Ryan's Roses?
No, she's not saying that.
I'm not saying that, but I will tell you it has come up in dates where I'll like remember something that happened on Roses and I'll bring it up.
Me too.
Yeah.
I do. I'll say, can you,
separate it.
It's a problem.
It
Here's
is.
why it's a problem. Once we beacon this stuff into the universe, it's out there. And the universe knows no action without a reaction. And that's why Tanya and I lose sleep.
Wow. Watch an episode of Friends. It'll put you in a good mood.
I do every single night.
Oh, God.
I'm on episode 3 of Fleabag.
Oh my gosh, you're
What?
advancing at a way rapid speed.
Well, I told you to start with me.
I know, I couldn't last night.
Also, I have to tell you guys, I have not seen season 2 yet, but the reviews I'm hearing of season 2.
Well, why don't you stop and wait for us to catch up to season 2? We can all watch Fleabag together.
That would be nice.
I'm going to
together separately.
I'm going to start season 2 next week. So
we could watch it together. We could all FaceTime each other.
Oh, why? Let's just watch it separately and talk about it the next morning.
Yeah.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sisney, my wife went to Santa Barbara for a weekend to meet up with one of her best friends who was in town. Now listen to this. This is from the husband. This is from Esteban in Chatsworth. And he says she was having so much fun that she decided to stay until Monday morning, but I found out that her friend left Saturday. That leaves Saturday night and Sunday night where she was not with her best friend. I asked her about it and she got a little defensive saying that she never goes out and that I should be more understanding. I think she stayed with someone else, and I want to know who. Esteban, Chatsworth. Esteban, good morning. How are you?
Good.
Well, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate you writing in for Ryan's Roses. And your question is, who was she with the next 2 nights after her friend left, right? Do you have any guesses, any idea?
None. Absolutely none.
All right. They were in Santa Barbara, and did she stay in the same place, do you know?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, as far as what she said.
Okay.
But I have no way to like verify that.
Have you been having trouble in the relationship?
There's been some distance. I definitely feel a lack of like connection and communication, and sometimes she just kind of acts. She doesn't act like herself, I guess, is what I'm looking to say. That's why I feel like she's hiding something, or that she's putting forth a version of herself. It's like, everything's fine, fine.
Right.
But I'm looking in her eyes, and it's like there's
You can
something
see
else
there's
going
something
on.
wrong. Yeah, it's true. You can read it on someone's face.
Well, you can feel the energy, too.
Well, especially when you're married to them,
Yeah.
It's it is a difficult thing to do, to hide real emotion. Like, especially when you're married to someone, you can feel the vibrations that are off, and that's what you're feeling.
And I'm trying to hide, like, I've been sick to my stomach, like.
I'm sure.
And every time that she's, when she's like, back off, like, why don't you trust me? Like, I can't believe you're questioning me.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm bullied. Like, I can't ask further questions, even though my brain knows
something's up.
That the equation's wrong,
Hold the line. We're going to make the call for you next, okay? We'll find out. We're going to try and find out where she was. So Steban's on the line. He's married. His wife was away with a friend. And then the best friend, right, in Santa Barbara. Best friend leaves on Saturday. Wife says, I'm having so much fun with my friend. I'm going to stay till Monday. Well, the friend left. So she wasn't with her friend.
Right.
So Steban's like, something's off here. And I feel it. I know her. It's my wife. Something's wrong. I think she was with somebody those extra 2 nights. Who was she with? So Esteban, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your wife's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call. My wife's name is
on Kiss FM.
Kiss FM.
We've been getting more emails from guys lately, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. So, Esteban, we're going to offer, what are we going to do, sis?
I'm going to do the whole, I'm going to double check the delivery address. I got a plan.
All right, so we're going to do a plan, and we're going to try and find out who's top of mind and, other things. All right?
Okay.
All right, so be very quiet until we tell her she's on the air. Here we go. Good luck.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Laura.
This is Laura.
Hi, Laura. My name is Lucy. I'm calling from Freedom Flowers here in Chatsworth. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm calling. We actually have flowers that I need to deliver to you this afternoon. I was just calling to confirm your address. And can I ask you a few questions?
You have flowers that are going to be delivered to me?
Yeah, you got some flowers.
Really? It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, the note says, thinking of you, ...
It's very mysterious.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do you want me to tell you who they're from?
Yeah.
They're signed. Let me see. Let me scroll down here. They're signed Love Esteban.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you can just send them to my house. That's fine.
Okay, great. Can I just confirm your address?
Sure.
Laura, it's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we've got Esteban, your husband, on the line.
Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Laura. I just want to ask you a question directly. Esteban has told us that you were in Santa Barbara with your best friend over the weekend. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you stayed till Monday. Is that correct?
Yeah.
When did your friend leave Santa Barbara?
I mean, she was going to stay till Monday, but she had an emergency, so she left Saturday.
And so she had an emergency, and you were having so much fun that you stayed till Monday. So who did you stay with?
I had some friends that just happened to be passing through. So we got an Airbnb.
Oh, that's convenient. Now, you sounded very disappointed when you heard the flowers were from your husband. Did anybody else hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that.
I'm not making that up, right?
No. You seemed very excited when I told you the card, and then as soon as I told you they were from
It was like a letdown.
I'm just, guys, I'm literally just at work right now, so I just can't talk.
No, that's fine. We're at work as well, too, so we understand. But Esteban would like to know if you're cheating on him.
I'm not cheating. I mean, I go away for a weekend. Like, our kids are half grown. Like, I go away for one weekend. You go away all the time.
Esteban?
And I never give you anything.
Laura, I just heard you talk to them. I heard the way that you shifted when you found out the flowers were from me. Why would you shift like that?
Babe, I'm literally at work right now. I'm not cheating on you. This is ridiculous. We have 3 kids together.
You just said it twice. I'm not cheating on you. I'm not cheating on you. Like, you're trying to make yourself believe something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you cheated on me, and now you're trying to say, like, oh, I'm not cheating on you.
No, these are semantics. Like, I didn't cheat on you, and I'm not cheating on you.
Why can't you give me details? Why couldn't you give me any details about Santa Barbara? How come you keep on saying you told me friends and to back off, but how come you couldn't tell me who it was? So just tell me who it was in Santa Barbara. Tell me exactly the friends' names right now.
Well, you just don't know them, and they're like friends of Angie's, and like you just don't know them.
Well, what's the name? Just say the name right now. Right now, say the names.
What does it matter? Like, I don't. You don't trust me. I mean, this is like.
But Laura, you sounded very disappointed when you found out the flowers were from Esteban. You disappeared for 2 nights, got an Airbnb with friends that just happened to be passing through Santa Barbara at the same time you're there. It sounds not great. And Esteban was telling me he already felt like there was this weirdness going on. So why don't you just tell him?
Like, there's like literally nothing to tell. Like, there's nothing for me to confess. Like, I just, like, I've raised 3 kids. Like, I just want to go out once in a while and like hang out with my friends and not have to like report back like I'm some 16-year-old. You know?
You didn't tell me that she left Saturday until you found out that I knew that she left Saturday.
She had like an emergency. Like, it doesn't. What is the difference?
But you wouldn't think like to check in
when you're in a relationship with somebody. You offer information to them. You would say, "Hey, she's leaving. She left Saturday." You didn't tell me that she left Saturday until I asked you about it because I found out on social media that she left Saturday.
Why wouldn't you tell your husband, "I'm leaving the hotel. I'm going to an Airbnb now"? Like, you should just check in with your spouse.
It's like, but I don't understand, like, what the difference is. Like,
Laura,
you know,
here's the thing, Esteban, Laura, we're just going to go in circles. Clearly there's some resentment on one side or both sides of this relationship. I don't know what's at the root of it, but Esteban is feeling like something's going on. Laura, you're feeling like, why can't I just get away without being questioned? The two, you need to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to let you both go. Esteban, thank you for reaching out.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. I mean, there's resentment. I never in my wildest dreams did I think that I'd have a job where I sit and talk about other people's marriages so much.
I mean, you're becoming an expert.
If you were to say to me in junior high school when I was a Dunwoody Wildcat on the football team, strong safety, hey, you'll be talking about people's marriages when you grow up, I would have said you've lost something.
I mean, you're basically a marriage therapist without the degree.
Without a degree, without a license or a degree.
Yeah, nothing.
No. Now, let's go back to what has happened here. And this may sound familiar. And I don't even need to recap what really happened in Ryan's Roses, but it was Laura and Esteban, and she went away for a weekend. Her girlfriend left on Saturday. She stayed 2 more nights. He thinks she was with somebody else. And then she's like, hey, husband, why can't I just get away? I raised these kids. Why can't I just escape without having to report back? Mm-hmm. So there's resentment there from something.
Yeah.
And Esteban is like, well, wait a minute. Why didn't you tell me that your girlfriend left and you stayed 2 extra nights at another Airbnb with whomever you stayed with?
Right.
I mean, I understand both points of view.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, Sissany?
I think that she's in the wrong, first of all.
By not being transparent and forthcoming.
Yeah, it's like you have kids, you're a mother. If you leave a location where you told your husband that you were going to be at for an entire weekend and your plans changed, you check in and you let him know anything could happen. There was an earthquake that could happen, and then all of a sudden cell phones are down. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
but I feel like she was saying, hey, look, I was here forever for everybody. I'm going to just do what I want for a weekend.
You can't just fall off the face of the planet. I'm sorry. You can't do that as a mother. You can't.
Tanya, what do you think? You heard all this and you're not married.
No, I think this is just the true testament to how important communication is in a relationship, because resentment did build up.
It was already there, right? Before this trip.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you when you don't talk about what's going on, you just build up this resentment and it's going to come to a head.
So I would kind of understand both sides of this. However, I have a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to Patty. Patty, what do you think? What?
You're massaging your
I massage
frontal lobe.
I massage all kinds of things during this show. It causes a lot of anxiety, this program. Right now I'm massaging my frontal lobe. It helps me think.
I don't think she's cheating, but what's happening here is that she's acting like if she's 13 years old and your mom's asking you, tell me the truth, what happened, and she's like, I'm already old. I can take care of myself. I don't need to tell you anything. Okay. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you too. But here's what I heard, and here's what I think. She was really, really disappointed when she found out that the delivery was from her husband.
She totally was.
That tells me her mind is somewhere else, or wanting to be somewhere else, or was somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like all things equal, not hearing that, I wouldn't know. Now I hear that, I think something's going on.
Yeah. You could hear it in her voice instantly.
Now, in the wake of something like this, what does one do to put a smile on your face?